everybody and welcome to another third-party Transformers review. Today I am taking a look at the latest coloration of the mighty Gutter. This is of course the highly anticipated chrome version from GIGAPOWER. It is glorious. I took this guy to roll out roll call this year and he was sat on one of the third-party sales tables for people to basically manhandle and have a play around with, and they were taken back by him. They were commenting on how striking he looked, how amazing the paint applications looked, and how glorious the chrome was. And it really is a beautiful piece. Now, you'll know I really liked Gutter. It was a fantastic first piece from GIGAPOWER. And of course, once all of those had sold, they could again go back and give us these chromed version. And it looks outstanding. The chrome itself is really well done. It's a very even colour throughout the entire figure. And I don't know, I think I actually prefer it to the metallic. I actually liked the metallic on Gutter because it was different. It looked different to the likes of Fans Toys. But now that GIGAPOWER have actually given us a chromed version themselves, I think I prefer it. It just looks absolutely stunning, doesn't it? Really like the red. On some of the earlier shots I saw of the chrome version, I thought this is actually a kind of chromed red as well. But it's actually a very bright, almost cherry red. It's really hard to capture on camera, but it's a really gorgeous, deep red. Love the accents throughout Gutter. All of these little highlighted sections here, and we now get red eyes as well. Oh, people are going to hate me. I've got fingerprints all over his head and I'm making a mess of all the chrome. But there's no way of manhandling this guy without getting prints on him. Here they both are together, and it really does make a difference, doesn't it? It just looks that much more vibrant and kind of imposing, I guess. It's I don't know if it's a trick of the lights or what, but it actually looks slightly bigger. I know it's exactly the same mould, but I think he just seems to carry himself a lot better with his chromy limbs. And of course, it wouldn't be a comparison without Fans Toys Sever. So I think I actually prefer Gutter. I love Sever, I love the Fans Toys. Dinos, they're a great collection. I mean, I'm a dino mad, aren't I? I don't think there's a third-party dino I don't own at the moment. Kind of a little addicted. But, I'm sorry, Sever. I'm afraid you're not the chromiest, sexiest stegosaur out there anymore. Our snarling dino still comes with a plethora of nice, glorious accessories. This time, unfortunately, we don't get those flames. They were just available with the metallic version. We do get his sword. Again, really nice. And again, I'm unprepared. I don't have any of the batteries left. I've literally bought loads and I didn't have any of the AG ones left. We have the gun. Again, exactly the same. Still a really nice, glorious gun. Such a good, substantial, solid piece. We get the launcher, this time with a gorgeously chromed tip. We get a snarling face. Now, of course, I didn't actually cover this in my original Gutter review, but you can swap the heads out, but you can also swap out the plate. So you can have a mix and match for the expressions and the eyes. So you can have blue eyes with snarling face, which I think is a really nice added touch. So it just kind of gives you that much more scope for change. Diaclone kind of G1-esque cover. Again, popping this on here, I don't think that's gonna scratch the paint at all. It's kind of just held on by friction behind the head there. It doesn't strike me as kind of aggressive towards the paint. You've got the neck brace piece as well. Pop that over. and pop that section over. Again, that actually looks really nice on this chromed version. And then we get the small hilt section as well. If this is your first time experiencing the GigaPower dinos, or maybe you just need a refresher, let's just talk you through his articulation in Dino mode. The head can freely move left and right. The jaw does move down. It's two different guns inside those mouths there, just move up and down independently. The front paw, arm, shoulder things can move forwards and backwards. We have a nice ratchet on the front there, and we have a pivot on the paw, like so. They can go left and right and forwards and back. And we also have up and down motion on the toe. The hind legs can go forward and back, left and right. You also have this rotation on the lower leg as well, which can go forwards and back. This section here is die cast. You then have rotation on the toe, and again you have this motion up and down, left and right on the bottom of the foot. The tail can move left and right. No real up and down motion on the tail though. Now let's get Gutter transformed. First steps, you want to bend up these legs and just rotate this section in, and these legs are just going to peg into this section here, just back out of the way. Let's do that with both sides. Just pull that up, bend that in, and just adjust the foot accordingly so it slides in. Your next step, you're going to have to split this entire section down the middle. Now the easiest way of doing this is to grab these two sections at the top here, because they are die cast and they're very robust. Just give those a pull and split this section in two. As you can see, we work it down, slowly working it down to the head. And at this point, let's turn it over and take a look at the underside. With these arms, just lift this section up and you can see there's this tab underneath. Just gently pull on this tab and that will lift up this metal pin. That now needs to be rotated, and that's going to locate the opposite way, so it's facing upwards like so, and then that'll push back down. That now gives you all of this extra room here to pop this section out. Rotate this section here at what is Gutter's knee, like so. It gives you all of this extra space to work with. This section here, very much like we got with the Masterpiece Grimlock, is going to collapse down on itself. So this section here folds up. Fold this section over here, and there's a tab just here. That's going to tab in on here. And the head just sits inside the leg like so. Grab this foot section, rotate it round, like so. And this section here is actually going to flip up. There's a tab just inside here. That's going to come out. And that's just going to bridge this gap between the heel and the toe, like so. And then close this section off, and that is the actual foot completed. The next step, you want to lift up the skirts around the thighs, just to give you a little bit more freedom in there. And what you want to do, you want to lift up the thigh, rotate it around on that ball joint, and then bring that back down. So lift up that thigh, rotate it around on that ball joint, making sure there's enough clearance there, and then bring that back down. We can bring this skirt back down. Now, it may be me, these thighs feel a lot more secure than what they did on the original. I don't know whether they've changed the mechanism on the inside there. I'll have to be in contact with GigaPower and find out. But it definitely feels a lot more secure and a lot tighter. And, I don't know, a more robust joint in there. We then rotate the upper torso around at the waist. Let's tackle these mammoth-like arms, shall we? Extend this joint here, revealing the elbow joint. If you flip up this section at the front, push this leg slightly forward so it pops this back section out, lift that up, compress the foot, and as we rotate this leg back into the arm cavity, we reveal our fist. Let's just straighten that up. There's a tab on the back here which tabs into the base of the hand, and again at the front, come round to the tail, just split that open like so. Oh, this is such glorious, glorious chrome. It's fantastic, it really, really is. And we then want to lift this stegosaur section up. That goes up. This is all die cast. It's on a nice, robust hinge. Rock this hinge over so it sits on the back like so. Come to the front. Again, really, really love these G1-esque fronts. They look fantastic, especially all the chrome kind of gold-plated detailing on the inside there. It looks amazing. Let's just flip up his head. Loads and loads of space in there. There's the head. Flipping back the chest, locking that into place, and there he is. Final touches, let's just extend his toes and just alter his feet accordingly. And there we have him. Chromed Gutter. How amazing does he look? That is absolutely stunning. Now, I know I'm a fanboy, I know I do love my toys, and I do get somewhat excited, but this looks absolutely gorgeous. It really, really does. GigaPower, you've done a fantastic job. It kind of makes me want to think, do I order the metallic grasser, or do I wait for the chromed grasser? Because if it's going to be to this standard, I don't know. It's kind of put me in a bit of a dilemma. I mean, it's incredible. Let's just have a closer look. Loving all of that chest detailing all around here with the dark accents. Loving the coloration around the groin section there. And it's just that chrome really does make the rest of this figure pop, doesn't it? It just looks insane. That red they've used on the chest. The candy red, the cherry red, whatever you want to call it. It's gorgeous. Here they are both together in their robot modes. It almost looks like a completely different bot, doesn't it? I've got the different heads on the two of them there. And just the paint applications make an amazing difference to the figure. Even the metallic paint used on the darker sections, even that is more vibrant. The highlighted accents are probably a little bit more brighter as well. It really does almost seem like they've upgraded an already very, very good figure and just made it even more glorious. Now, if you like the red face with the kind of blue expression, or the red eyes, blue expression, blue face, basically there's a small tab just on the back here. You just need to remove that tab. That then allows you to get access to a screw. You can then open the screw up. Then it allows you to change the faceplate, and it then allows you to change the eye colour as well, so you can just switch those over to something that you prefer. Again, for all those that are new to the GigaPower Dinos, let's just quickly cover the articulation in robot mode. The head can move left and right. We can move up slightly and downwards slightly. We do have up and down motion on the shoulders, as well as a full rotation forwards and back. You do get somewhat hindered by these sections at the back here, but they can be folded backwards to allow for a complete rotation around. You have an upper bicep swivel. You do have a nice joint at the elbow there. There's no lower bicep rotation. You do have a swivel on the fist. You have extremely nice, tight finger joints here. They're all pinned, but you also have individual joints on each finger. And you have a ball-jointed thumb. The sword itself and the gun slide into the groove on the hand. The groove on these is much tighter than what it was on my original gutter. I mean, that's not even holding on to it. It's literally just pegged in there, and that's not going anywhere. The waist does, of course, rotate because we used that for the transformation. The thighs lift up those skirts. We have forward motion. Lift up that skirt. We have back motion. Again, nice tight thigh. We have upper thigh rotation. We do have a gorgeous ratchet on those thighs. Again, really nice rotation at the knee there. Don't have any knee rotation, but we do have the access to that swivel on the thigh. And of course we have pivots on the feet and the toes, all joined on by this section here, allowing the whole section to pivot. And we do have some forwards and back motion as well as the little Twinkie on the toe. Here's a quick size comparison of Gutter with some of his friends. Man, he absolutely towers over tiny Grimlock. Let's not forget our mandatory comparison with Sever. Oh, poor Sever. Looks like Mr. and Mrs., doesn't he? Oh, Fans Toys, I do love you, but Giga, you've really won it this time. So, overall impressions, extremely impressed. The paint seems to be really well applied, no chipping at all. I'm quite robust with my figures and there's nothing flaking off anywhere. The chrome is very well done. Like I said, there's a few fingerprints on there, that's my doing, but again, no scratching at all, no flaking. And he has been rattling around in the box and completely manhandled at the rollout roll call convention. His joints all seem extremely tight, nothing seems loose on him, and it doesn't appear to be any problems with the hip area at all. All in all, a very good figure. In my opinion, even better so than the metallic version. I think there's just something just more striking about this figure. I think the paint applications and the use of chrome really does kind of highlight and emphasize how good he looks. GIGAPOWER have delivered a true masterpiece as their first figure. Honestly can't wait to get Grasser. Hopefully he's just around the corner. And I'll try and get a full gallery of Gutter up. But unfortunately I do have most of my stuff boxed away now, ready for the move. Obviously I'll try and photograph what I can. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found the video useful, please give it a big thumbs up, like and subscribe. And until next time, from myself and Gutter, goodbye.